part 8, and we pick it up right where we left off. Julio Jones has just made a tremendous catch. After a great Matt Ryan throw, he got the toe tap down, and now all they got to do is, as I said, run the ball 3 times, get your field goal. You're up 11. It's going to be very hard for New England to win because look at the time, 4:40. New England has all 3 timeouts. They could use all 3 if they'd like. That would use up their timeouts. Now it'd be very hard for New England to get, who was on a quick strike offense, and Atlanta would be in prevent defense. It'd be very hard for New England to get 11 points in about 4 minutes. 3 runs is not, and 3 runs is not bad calls. They can get first down with 3 runs. I'm not saying take a knee for three knees, or that I would have ended up better. But don't take 3 knees. That's too conservative. But your 3 runs might get you a first down. And but throwing the ball, you're taking a chance of a sack. You're taking a chance of a interception. Taking a chance of a penalty. And there's no reason for that right here. No reason to be aggressive here. I had not complained about any of the Atlanta calls till now, even on the 3rd and 2 where he got sacked and he fumbled. Want to throw it, but I only blame Matty Ryan for not holding on to the ball more safely and Freeman not picking up the block. But let's see what they did. Let's see what happened. Here we go. Get the sound up. Great play, McCourty there. 2nd and 12. Still sticking with the run here. Still sticking with the run. Let's see.
The task really difficult right now. A 1-score game coming up.
Joe Buckton, they didn't talk about here whether he should be running. Oh, I just saw that on. I didn't see it acting, but they said that on sound effects. Your head coach Dan Quinn said, "Come on, Matty, do what you do." Meaning he was agreed with the run. So you're not just blaming Shanahan here, and a sack. You're not just blaming Shanahan. You're blaming Quinn as well, and that's what could happen. We'll have to see the coach 22 whether he missed somebody open. We'll have to check that out. Even if he doesn't see anybody open, Matty Ryan, get rid of the ball, throw it incomplete somewhere. Can't take it. Well, you couldn't afford to do as Troy Aikman just said. You can't just take the sack there. Now, they are still. Now, the people forget this. They were still on the edge of field goal range. Right now, it would be a 52. Matt Bryant can hit a 52. By the way, New England did call a timeout here to using their first timeout. They didn't use a timeout after their first, but they did use a timeout here. But you're still on the edge of a field goal. People forget this play. They're on, right? 3rd and 23, 35-yard line. They still should be running, not throwing. Should be running, get 5 yards, and you'll make it a 45-yard. Or if they're throwing, throw just 5-7 yards like that. Good call. I'll accept that call. Now, on that tackle, there was dual face masks on each of them, on the offense and the defense. So it should have been offsetting penalties. That play should have been done over. They didn't call either of those. Yeah, but they called the holding on, guess who, on Matthews? His second big penalty of the game. He was the one that had the penalty after the onside kick that brought them out of field goal range. And here again, a hold on. I don't know if that is a questionable call. I mean, he's just interesting call. That's Chris Long, by the way, using every ounce of energy in his first Super Bowl, son of Harry Long, trying to get to Matty Ryan, and then he was what caused the hold. And there you saw the double face mask, both on offense and defense. So it should have been offsetting penalties. That play should have been done over. But now it's 3rd and 33. 3rd and 33. So at this point, let me pause the game. At this point, if you're playing defense, you're not playing as if it's 3rd and 33. You got a Super Bowl on the line for New England to not allow a field goal. They got to play it as if it's 3rd and 7 because they can't let them get 7 yards and get back into the edge of field goal range. If I'm Atlanta, that's what I'm looking for. The medium throw that will get him back to field goal range. That's what Troy Aikman's saying now, which I'm speaking over him. Instead, Matty Ryan, that is a choke throw. That's a choke throw. Come on, he had time there. I don't know if he's open. You want to say so, go somewhere else. But why did he? A sack there doesn't hurt you any more than you were already out of field goal range. So hold on to that ball, Matty Ryan. That's a bad play there. That was not pointed out. At the 3rd and 33. Such a good drive, said Troy Aikman. Now they got a punt. So the Patriots are getting the ball back. How about that? With a chance to tie. Who would have expected that at 28-3? And it's 3.5 minutes left. You have to go 91 minutes. Let's get a recap of the game. That made it 14. The pick six. That's the touchdown that made it 28-3. Brady to make it 28 to 18. Then 28-20 on a 2-point conversion. And now let's go over some. Let's do a little history. Wait, let's do history. Who's been in this type of situation? We have Joe Montana, Super Bowl 23, down 3. Here, down 8. Joe Montana went down 3, got the touchdown. We had Ben Roethlisberger, Super Bowl 43, coming into that drive down 3, not down 7 or 8. Down 3, he got the touchdown throw to Santonio Holmes. We had Eli Manning twice going into situations down 14-10, Super Bowl 42. So he's down 4. He needs to get a touchdown and did get a touchdown. We have Eli Manning, Super Bowl 46, down 2, needs to get a field goal range. And he ends up getting a touchdown. The Bradshaw took the touchdown where he probably should have just took a knee for the field goal play. They got it. So they scored. Eli Manning's done it twice. Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady. I mean, Russell Wilson got all the way down 4, but then threw a little interception there to Malcolm. But let's see what Tom Brady does. How about that little stat? The team's leading by 19 points in playoff history on 93-0. Well, that's about to go down. First play. People forget this play. Oh, he almost got sacked in the end zone. Just throws it up. Lucky that was not picked off. I like to say that in the Eli Manning drive in Super Bowl 42, there were, besides the Asante Samuel should have been picked off, there were at least 3 others that could have been, one that should have been, and here's one that Brady got a little lucky here, getting hit in the end zone. Did good to get rid of it, but that ball's popping up in the air, and that is that was a little bit of a break for the New England Patriots. Dropped the pass. That is going deep. Throw's not bad. Coverage is good. Hogan maybe could have been able to adjust there to make the catch. Let's see the replay. Again, throw at the end. Hogan's got to go out to the outside a little quicker to get that. Maybe could have had it, but 3rd and 10. How about that? Did you know that there was a 3rd and 10 in this drive? Let's see what happens on 3rd and 10. Another play that was forgotten here, that he has to convert a 3rd and 10. We'll keep it running. 91 yards away from a touchdown. Then they're still going to have to get the 2. And they're back on their own side, 3rd and 10. Tom Brady looking for his 5th Super Bowl ring. Throw. Oh, that is a tremendous throw. Great throw because he had to anticipate the cut. Had to get it out of the reach of the guy in front of him. And Troy Aikman's going to... I heard it. Oh, and there was a guy in his face there. That was almost knocked out of his hand. There was a guy there that he has to worry about. So that is a great play. Don't have to rush here, by the way. New England doesn't have to rush. Plenty of time. To a couple of timeouts. Not even a 2-minute warning. As a matter of fact, they don't want to score too fast. Because then that gives Atlanta time to come back and possibly score. But I also like to say you do want to rush a little because in case you turn the ball over here, you'd like to be able to have a chance to get the ball back. Brady, 2:40 left. Whoa, that one also could have been picked. So there's another one that, as a matter of fact, I think he was throwing it to the one going left, not to the one going right. Watch this. Two receivers in the same spot. I think, who's he throwing it to? Another bad play on that drive, another blemish, but like I said, this drive is a fantastic drive with a couple of blemishes, but a fantastic drive. 2nd and 10. Got Mitchell again. And he's out of bounds. Another first down for Mitchell. The rookie. Getting it done. Let's see this pattern. Again, a comeback and he slips. And still makes the play. Oh, that I just realized just now I'm seeing that the defender has to see after he slips to get up and get in front of that. Don't let him come back and make that catch. Bad play by the defender there. 2:28 left. At the 35, still 65 yards to go. Broken up. No sign yet. saying it's a catch. Now, I do want to fault Fox here. Now, the herd said Fox was unbelievable on all the angles, and it is. Look at how many angles they can get on this play to determine that he did not drop this ball, that he got his hand under it. The only time it touched the ball was after he had his hand under. Of course, once he's got his hand under, the ball is then finally allowed to touch the ball. The nose of the ball can touch, but can you believe he catches that? Now, while they're showing all these, however, while they're showing all these catches, the clock is going down, and Quinn's got to decide whether or not he wants to challenge this. And he ended up challenging with a few seconds before the 2-minute warning. I don't know if New England ran up to the line to snap the ball. So I don't know if Quinn had to make a challenge, and then the challenge is going to lose him his third and final timeout, which is going to be big. We'll talk about that soon. Now here, let's talk about the catch here. First of all, because the throw was batted up again, it could have been intercepted. Could have and should have been intercepted. So there's an element of luck here. The skill part on the actual catch, fine. The element going down and getting it, but the fact that the ball popped up just where Element can get it and not where 3 other Atlanta guys can get it, that is luck. So it's not such a great throw by Brady. It's maybe the one who batted it, was it Alfred? Whoever batted it could have batted it across instead of batting it up. But I'm not going to nitpick on that. But that's another great catch. I mean, New England's always involved with great catches, whether it be Tyree. Joe Buck mentioning Asante Samuel with a chance to make an interception. We had the Curse catch, and we had the Mario Manningham catch in 46. And here, the ruling on the field is confirmed. It is a catch. Let's show Tyree. Hey, let's show some great plays over there. Happened to be on in my NFL Network. They're showing the top 10 plays in Super Bowl history on NFL Network. Number 2 there, that's the Malcolm Butler interception they just showed. And guess what's going to be number 1? Let's see. Let's see what's going to be number 1. Oh, it's Tyree. What they just showed over here on this Super Bowl. How about that? It's Tyree. Okay, still 2 minutes and 2 seconds left. It's before the 2-minute warning, and there's a nice throw by Brady to Amendola down to the 22-minute warning. That's a nice throw, and that's a nice reaching catch by Amendola. Well, he's always had good hands, just hasn't always been able to stay injury-free. Look at those stats. 36 for 54, 396 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. The one is him being a pick 6, but now suddenly he's got some great stats going as he's got this unbelievable fourth quarter. Though I've shown some blemishes, he's made big plays when he's had to. He's brought the New England all the way back in there near the red zone with under 2 minutes remaining. Super Bowl 51, Tom Brady down 8. They're going to have to get the touchdown and get the 2-point conversion at this point. Back to pass, got time. Nice, over the middle. That's White. Inside the 10, White had 14 catches on this game. It's like another Kevin Falk. They're the type that's New England's again, another intangible. Get a guy like White to catch 14 balls. They rush up to the line again. They don't have to rush here because they don't want to leave Atlanta any time. So he's not rushing completely. But now 1st and goal. Super Bowl 51 on the line. Again, over the middle, to the 1. To the 1. Again, they don't have to rush. As a matter of fact, now they want to use as much time as they can. They're getting the play all in there quickly. They're moving up to the line. 2nd and goal at the 1. Atlanta, obviously, now fatigued. Atlanta's still reeling from the catch. Atlanta defense is gassed, and that I would call that pretty easily going into the end zone for the touchdown. James White with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And now, at that point, he ends up with 3, as you know. And now for the 2. And here it is, for the 2. Oh, the Atlanta guy jumped offside. The pick play. Amendola just got it in. He got it in. That flag is on Atlanta. Amendola's in. They tied it. They've come all the way back. We're tied at 28. I want to see the replay. Show the replay. Oh, there it is. You saw that? That was in. Let me show that again. And then I'm going to have to hold it because we're at the 15-minute mark. Let's see if he's in.